I think it's just we were hearing. I think it's just because we were talking. You could hear each other in the background.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the fifth take.
It's been a little while.
It's been, what, 3 weeks?
It's been 10 years.
It's
It has
been
been a while.
18 days.
Yeah, we've been busy though. We have a lot going on, both of us, and
Oh my
gosh.
gosh, dude. It has. But I'm glad to be back. I've been
Heck
looking
yeah.
forward to it.
Dude, it is nice, honestly.
It's an escape.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's an escape from I have to think about life for a little bit, and
Yeah. Speaking of it, speaking like of this being an escape, not just from like just the thoughts of life, just your wife and your children. It's like, think back, like the first guy to climb Everest had 9 kids.
oh really?
Was he climbing Everest, or was he really good at climbing mountains, or was he just really good at avoiding his family? The
9
fastest,
kids.
I think the fastest person to run a mile or something like that had like 7 kids.
Dang.
Think about that.
Yeah, well,
It's food for thought.
I mean, that guy's really good at climbing things, and that guy's really good at doing
Running
things
away.
pretty fast.
Think about that.
Dang.
Yeah, heard
9
that
kids. That's crazy.
I heard that on a podcast today.
I don't
thought
know
that was a good bit of
anybody.
information for this scenario we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know anybody with 9 kids.
I couldn't imagine.
Oh no,
Like, how could you? Like, how
do
could you live? Like, there's 3 in my house, and it's ridiculous at some of the things that you have to do.
Oh, I could imagine. Oh, we can barely deal with 2.
But like 9 in today's economy?
I mean, that's got to be bad.
Well, I mean, in today's economy with 9 kids, you'd be doing all right text time.
Oh, gosh, I wonder what you max out at. I mean, I assume you would eventually max out.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know how that works. I think the most I've ever heard of anyone getting back was like 30 something grand.
What?
Yeah. I can't remember where I heard that at. But
Is
yeah,
it
it was
like a business or something?
no, just an individual with like, I think it was like an individual with like 6 kids or something like that.
30 something grand.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah. I just filed my own taxes. I didn't get back nowhere near that much.
Got back double.
I got back $87,000.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of fraud.
No. Oh,
Government's been doing it for years.
Heck yeah, still are. Dude, it's wild. Elon Musk is putting a stop to it though, apparently.
I don't know what's going on. I genuinely, you watch that stuff, you read about everything. I don't either, but you just hear clips of it, I guess it's just people trying to get, obviously, I think it's just people trying to get views, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I never paid. Yeah, I don't have time to pay attention to like every single thing that like comes out and stuff.
Yeah.
Like some people keep up with like
What
stay
are
on
those
top.
things?
These are cocaine pouches.
What are they? No joke.
No, they're like rogue pouches.
What the heck is that?
It's like
Is it nicotine?
it's like the Zins. Yeah, it's nicotine. You want one?
Let me have one.
Yeah, try one.
Never had one.
You have to pass drug testing anytime soon?
Nope, I'm self-employed.
Oh, you were good to go.
What do you do? Or you put it at like a dip, or you put it
just
up
like
on
a
top?
dip. Yep. You don't have to spit or nothing. But I love
How much
those
nicotine's in this thing? I'm liable to get dizzy.
6 milligrams. I don't really know what that means, but I mean they're good though. I mean you don't have to spit or nothing.
Spearmint.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, it's like the
So you just
Zins.
swallow this?
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
Yeah, it's good. I love them. It's like a big thing. I seen a bunch of videos about people putting them places that they shouldn't be putting them. I don't know if it works like that, but
I like it up top.
You put it up top.
Burns very nice.
Yeah, it will
It's
burn.
just like dip.
Yeah, I mean it's
It's
basically
just like chewing tobacco.
yeah. I mean it feels just like pouches. Yeah,
burns.
it does burn a little bit.
Mm.
I got some bad acid reflux.
I'm used to it on the bottom. I couldn't handle it on top.
No, I
I
can't
saw a
do
guy
it.
one time,
I
no
can't
joke.
do it.
He had a dip.
He put one in his butt, huh?
Put something in there, but it wasn't chewing tobacco. But it, he put, I feel like it's just not good that I swallow that.
It'd give you stomach cancer.
Yeah, that's what I think of,
I mean,
ulcers.
probably.
But the piss is that? I can't talk. Like, I can't focus. Maybe this will help.
It's
But-
so good.
My mind's going rogue. But there was a guy I met, like, I went to look at a vehicle one time, and he was like, "You chew tobacco?" I said, "I used to." He said, where did you put the, he's like, most people, they'll put it in their front lip or they'll put it off to the side.
Yeah.
On the sides. I said, I always put it in my front, right here in the front of my lip. He's like, I put mine up top. I said, dude, what?
It feels
He said,
weird.
yeah. He raised his lip up. And dude, he had dip going from here over to here.
Oh,
and like
gosh.
his whole top teeth were like just rotten.
I mean,
I was like, my gosh.
how do you
dude.
even keep that in there?
I don't know. I can't like it right there. I guess. I don't know.
Dude, that feels...
Tuck your front lip.
I couldn't do it. And I've tried to put I've tried to put it in top before. I cannot do it.
Gosh, man, it takes so much to swallow that. I feel like I'm going to gag every time I swallow it.
That don't taste bad, though, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's just the thought
Yeah.
of chewing tobacco in the, like chewing a pouch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And you're like, if
Dude.
you ever... But one time my dad made me mad, and he had a Dr. Pepper sitting right beside. He chewed tobacco for years. Sitting beside a spitball of his that was a Dr. Pepper bottle, and he asked for a drink, and I switched him.
Oh, my gosh.
He threw up everywhere.
Oh, dude, that is nasty. I've
Yeah.
done that before, too.
Oh, everybody's done that.
Like
I get
twice.
sick just thinking about it.
Oh, gosh. I never could do that. Like, some people, well, like, I could have absolutely had to. Like, I could swallow it. But, like, some people will not. Like, some people just... My dad, he'll put a dip in and fall asleep. I'm like, that
Oh, dude, I used to do that.
can be good for you.
I used to do that.
Like, if I put one in and fell asleep. Well, I did it at your house one time.
Yeah.
I woke up sick. I was like,
That's exactly. I would fall asleep with a dip in, and I would wake up, and then all of a sudden you'd feel it. It's like it was just a sixth sense. You'd feel it going down your throat, and you wake up.
oh, that makes me want to throw up just thinking about
Oh,
it.
I know.
Oh gosh, but I haven't had a dip in I don't know how long. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. I can't even remember. But
Does
like,
these things give you acid reflux?
no, I mean, no, not really. But I've been having acid reflux, and that would make a lot of sense.
Because I've
If it's
got
from
this
them.
in, and I have a burning sensation
You better buckle up.
in my chest right now.
I mean, they don't give.
I'm gonna spit this thing out. Good God, that burns. Jesus Christ.
Rogue pouches, give them a try. They're good. It's like Rogue is like a Zen pouch. Like everybody knows what Zen is, but it's like the same thing except it tastes better.
Yeah, that's your freaking problem.
And apparently it gives you heartburn.
Oh my gosh. That's no joke, dude. Holy crap. It did. I was like, after I took it, I was like, I like this. I was like, it does. Like, it reminds me of dip. Like, I was like, I was getting the nicotine feel. I was like, this is all right. Then all of a sudden, after I like swallowed a little bit of it, like, dude, my throat, like, it started burning. That's why I quit. That's one of the main reasons that I quit dipping was I was getting acid reflux so bad from it. And right now, dude, it's like I can feel it.
Really?
It feels just like acid reflux right now.
Well, that might explain why I've been having
Mm.
like acid reflux. I thought it was pizza. I've been eating a lot of I've been eating a lot of pizza here lately. I ate a pizza
Yeah.
roll today, actually.
Really, I did too.
Yeah, like you ever had the pizza rolls from T Mart?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have the Haji gas now the Indian gas station next to the
Yeah.
Armory,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
make the same pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Gosh, they are so good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love them.
Yeah, that's what I had one today from Somersville. The one in Somersville.
Yeah, they're good. Carter likes them too.
I don't eat them very much anymore. I've tried to kind of get away from that. I've tried to do the carnivore diet here lately. I've been sticking to it. Besides on like Sundays, I don't stick to it on a Sunday.
Now, does your mom cook? Your mom cooks on Sunday, right?
She does every now and then. She didn't this Sunday. We had a family get together this weekend, and so she didn't cook this weekend.
No. Yeah, Sundays
But
are always awesome.
but we ate Mexican this weekend.
And
on
most of the time
Sunday.
we go to we go to like Mr. Gaddy's and eat pizza.
That's
Most of the
what.
time.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
I love
It's
Mr.
everything.
Gaddy's.
It is. I don't know why there's not more of them.
And-
There's one in Shepherdsville.
I haven't seen any other one before.
There's one in Shepherdsville. We've ate at a couple times. It's totally different pizza. It's not the same.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's good, but it's not the same.
And this is
And it's
weird,
all
too.
old people.
Like no younger people.
None.
They don't go there to play the game.
No.
Nothing?
No.
Dang.
It's all old people, and like they love when kids come in.
They don't see them ever.
I guess. And they're like, they come in there and they're like, they got a candy bucket. They're like, you guys want some candy? And like they give you candy. They're like super nice. Like, yeah, it's wild, man.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. I've never seen another one. I
That's
wonder.
right.
Is that like an?
You know where Cattleman's is?
No,
Off
not in Shepherdsville.
No, it's like right off the exit. It's like the Mount Washington Shepherdsville exit.
I know where the exit is, but
Okay, if you're getting off the exit coming from like Elizabethtown, you would get off and go to the left, and it would be there's a 5-star gas station down there at the last red light above, and you hang a left at that 5-star and go back in there, and it's right back there on the left. We've ate there probably 3 or 4 times. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It's just not the normal Mr. Gaddy's pizza is like kind of a thin crust, but it's not really thin. It's like fluff. It's not really fluffy, but it's like the perfect crust.
yeah, it's kind of like in between
Yes.
almost.
Well, this one is like a pan pizza crust.
And which one is that?
The Shepherdsville one.
Is that like a thin crust or
No, that's like the puffy crust.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, see,
It's
like
good pizza. I mean, don't get me
the
wrong.
one in Campbellsville, I freaking love it.
Oh,
But like,
for
I don't
sure.
like it like super hot pizza. Like I like almost a little bit above room temperature. Like
Dude, I
warm.
like it. Like I don't like it scalding hot, no, but I like it when it just comes out and you give it like 5 minutes and then go get it. When it's
Yeah,
cooled off, but the warmers still have it warm.
yeah.
Yeah, they've got it figured out.
Oh, they do. And some people don't like it. I was like, I don't understand it because I love it.
I've never met somebody that doesn't like Mr. Getty's.
Oh, dude, did you know they make pizza rolls? Mr. Gaddy's makes pizza rolls. I had no idea. Tried them and they were phenomenal.
Really?
They were great. Yeah.
Where do you buy them? Like you have to get them through the drive-through or something?
Yeah, I get that's where we got them from. We got them from at work one day. But even Little Caesars now, they have these crazy puffs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. They are just as good.
I'm not a fan of Little Caesars.
You got to try the crazy puffs though. Those are
It's just hot and ready.
Dude, they say that, but sometimes you have to wait 20 minutes. I mean,
Really?
it might be hot, but it sure as heck ain't ready.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I've ate there a couple times. Like if you get their take-home kits, like they buy at fundraisers. Have you ever bought any of those?
Yeah, we
got
have.
some of those. Those cheesy bread sticky things are good.
It never goes as planned whenever we get a kit.
Really? Wow. How so?
I don't know, it just doesn't turn out.
You open it, hamburgers again.
It just never turns out the same. It never tastes. Well, of course, it never tastes just as good.
I never thought it was good. Just
No.
the cheesy bread things are good. The pizza's disgusting.
I don't like the cheesy bread. I like the pizza.
God, you're sick.
Have you ever had like?
No wonder you have acid reflux.
I probably have like stomach cancer. God, but like, you ever had like Pizza Hut cheese sticks?
Yes.
Oh, those are the best cheese sticks.
You think those are better than
I,
Mr. Getty's?
oh, I would, yeah, I would put them up against Gaddy's.
I don't know about it, man.
Everything else, I wouldn't feed to like the dog, but I don't like their pizza, but like their cheese sticks are phenomenal. They are very good.
You know, Pizza Hut's hand tossed crust is the number one of their pizza. Like you get their hand tossed crust, pepperoni,
Is that
unbeatable.
That's not the thin crust, right?
Nope, it's not. It's hand tossed. That's what it's called, hand tossed.
Well, because like sometimes we've ordered like a hand tossed pizza and it's been thin. And like, well, maybe I've got it wrong.
No, hand tossed is hand tossed. They gave you the wrong pizza.
Yeah, dude, the Pizza Hut in Greensburg. God, Robert's been there for
As long as I can remember, that
87 years.
Yeah, I can remember. He's been there for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
I
need
don't
to
like
make
their
him
pizza.
the face of the brand.
I mean, my gosh, yeah, he's
He
been there
has,
forever.
dude. He's been there forever. It depends. Like sometimes their pizza's really good and sometimes it's crap. But I mean, if I'm gonna go for a pizza, like if I want a pizza, it is Domino's is my favorite.
Oh yeah, now Domino's is really good. Domino's has a good pizza.
I just hate ordering it because you call and they have a freaking call center for you ordering their pizza. You're like, yeah, I'm
Oh.
calling to order and I'm trying to get a hold of Campbellsville Domino's. Oh well, you can't just get a hold of them. Here's Charlene in
From freaking
Wisconsin.
Pakistan or
Yeah.
something.
It's freaking crazy.
Well, I mean, Pizza
don't-
Hut's the
I get
same
that.
way.
I don't get that.
I-
Is it?
Yeah, they have a call center.
No, they don't.
They
I call
do.
Pizza Hut and it sends me straight to the one over here.
I kid you not, there's been times like I've called and it sent me to a call center
I've never done
that
that.
was obviously not in Greensburg, Kentucky.
I've never done that.
Really?
I
Yeah.
call over every time and I get Greensburg.
You get Robert.
No, I never really get him. I get somebody else most of the time, but he's always over there when I'm there.
Dude, he's been there forever.
I don't think I've ever been over there and he's not been there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that he is hasn't been there anytime I've been there.
Oh,
What's new in the world of chicken farming?
nothing. Ain't
Nothing.
Nothing new in it. What's new in the world though? Think about that. Let's think. What's some topics? What is some topics that you've heard of that lately, like something that's going on? What about these Doge stimulus checks?
Well, that's what I was gonna-
You think
that's
we're
what I
going
was
to get
gonna say.
any of them?
I don't know. I hope so.
I highly doubt we'll get anything.
Well, see, I wonder if that was even real. Like a
Trump
Doge,
talked about it.
like a $5,000 check
I don't know.
from all the money they've saved.
I don't think you're going to see anything. I think it was just a hype thing.
But dude, we for the dude, that was loud.
That was. I didn't expect that.
For the first time ever, like I can say that, like from like on the military side of things, at like my level, like I'm actually like seeing changes from like, what's his name, Hedgeseth.
What's going on?
Like, I mean, just different things, but like mainly, like to put it simply, like there's things that have been slacked off on in the past that are now being like, hey, get this done like right now. You know, you should have had it done, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, there's actually been at my level at least, like there's been quite a few like things that were like in the past that weren't ever focused on that are like, you better get this done last year kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I mean that's nice.
Good
to
or
see.
bad?
So far, I mean good, I guess. I mean, it's things that should be done like routinely. It should be like a routine thing, like record reviews for soldiers. Like that's something that should be done like every year. Like you go through a soldier's record, make sure they have all their, right documents, everything's right. And it's been slacked off on, like mine hasn't been done for several years. But like now, like they are pushing it. Some people haven't been done since like 2017.
Wow.
But like me, that's been good. It's been more work for us, but I guess it's good for the soldiers. But yeah, I mean, like actually seeing changes. So I mean, that's crazy. But like the Doge checks, I do hope we get one. You think we will?
No,
You don't think so?
I don't think we'll get anything.
I'm not
It'd be
gonna.
nice.
I'm not gonna bet on it, but
It would be nice, but I don't think we'll see anything from it. To be honest with you,
dude, since you said you had heartburn or
it
acid
hits you,
reflux,
didn't it?
ah,
It hits you. I'm telling you.
my chest is burning. Must be the pizza. But I don't know. It seems like this administration is making like a lot of like they're making a lot of noise.
Yeah,
Oh, have you seen any of the clips from the new press secretary?
I watched some. What's her
Oh my
name?
God. I don't even know her name. I'm gonna be honest, but I like her already.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Taylor showed me a video about something about deporting immigrants or something,
Yeah,
or illegal immigrants,
yeah.
and it was.
Oh, the clip of it? You
Yeah.
talking about the? Yeah, yeah.
I guess
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like a broadcast or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the thing from Ice. I can't remember what the.
Like
what,
heck yeah.
I seen it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was funny.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Some people didn't probably find that too funny, but some people probably found that very, um,
The illegals.
huh?
The illegals.
Well, not
I
just
bet they didn't
them.
find it very funny.
I'd say they didn't, but just some people. I mean, it just, I don't know. I don't understand how you can be like we're the only place like that. Like everybody's like, come to America. Like we'll give you all,
Yeah.
like why? I mean, yeah, I understand that's the concept of it, but like you gotta have borders. You gotta have some sort of process.
Yeah. I mean,
Like you can't just let everybody in. Like
yeah.
it just doesn't work. That's not good.
I mean, you look at like any other country's immigration. Well, yeah, I don't know, like immigration laws and whatnot. Like they're so much stricter than ours. I mean, well, stricter than they have been in the past.
Yeah.
And so, like, why is it so bad for us to have strict immigration laws now?
Yeah, and it's like people here are protesting for things, and like if some of the people that were protesting went to the places that they're protesting for, they would probably be killed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, why? I don't understand like how you're so against this, but like you say you're against this and that and whatever, but then you're protesting for this place or whatever, and they're totally against everything that you're wanting it to be for.
Yeah.
I get you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, the morals don't line up,
Oh, dude.
and I don't understand.
I don't know what made me think of this. But did you see that video that came out on Facebook here lately? From a guy and a group of people in Monroe County, down in like Tompkinsville, Kentucky.
Mm-mm.
Oh, dang! I wish I could. I wish I cannot show you right now, but it's this. So basically, like it's this guy, and he's drunk, but like somebody's recording him, and he's making like a bunch of racial slurs,
Yeah,
like bad.
stupid stuff.
And then like they turn the camera, and there's like a whole group of people who were kind of like in a way like repeating these racial slurs, going along with it.
Yeah,
Dude, it is crazy.
good gosh.
Well, like I'd seen the video, but I hadn't talked to anybody from T-ville yet. Well, we had drill this past weekend. I was talking to a guy, and he lives down there,
Yeah,
and he said the guy who made that video. So not only the guy who made the video, like the main guy in the video, he had to like flee the state, like gone,
mm.
and like he was the only one that was over 21 in the video. Apparently, I mean that may or may not be right.
Yeah.
But everyone else was like in high school. Everybody was drinking, and like people have lost scholarships, have lost jobs, like high paying jobs.
Wow.
dude. I'll show you the video if
That
I can
is
find it.
crazy. That's the
Uh,
first I've heard of that.
really? You didn't see
Yeah,
it on
I've
Facebook at
not heard
all?
of that. It's kind of like the same thing that took place. Was it in Cincinnati? Or wasn't it somewhere in Ohio? I
I haven't
think
heard of this.
where they did like there was a bunch of Nazi stuff. Like they did a bunch of like it was somewhere like that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and they like got it all took up. Like they tried to get rid of it like immediately. Like there wasn't much news coverage over it. Nothing. Like they tried to just wipe it out. Like it never even
A
happened.
bunch of Nazis in Ohio.
Something like that. It was
I haven't
like
seen that.
um like it was like swastikas and all this stuff, and it was crazy. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, stuff like that. Okay, you do that, you're just ignorant. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I
It
mean?
was
Like what
completely,
happened there is just ignorant.
and
Like
I'm
not everybody,
not
you
at all
know.
condoning it. I mean, that's
Yeah,
completely ignorant and
but just the fact that somebody did it is what you're saying. Like, can you believe that?
yeah,
Have you seen that video? Can you
right.
believe that somebody did that? Yeah, and I don't understand that. Like
No, I don't either.
everybody does stupid stuff in their life. So just you know what I
I
mean?
mean, we've done really dumb things when we're
Yes,
drunk.
everybody has. Everybody's done. Everyone on this earth has done something or said something that, like in the past, that now they're like, that was so stupid. I should have never done that. I should have never said that.
Yeah,
All and sometimes you say something to somebody or something, and then like you have to apologize later on down the road or something. You're like, I should have never.
yeah, yeah. I had to do that here recently.
But um, I just don't. I don't understand. And I don't understand like why people can't get on the same like if like look have two different viewpoints. But it's like now like you can't even talk to somebody that has different viewpoints from you cuz they just get angry. Or like they think you're going to get angry and lead to some kind of
Yeah,
blow up.
you can't like discuss a topic with like opposing interests
Yeah. Like
like
I don't
peacefully.
understand that
Yeah,
either. I don't get it. I'm not that type. I'm not a like over that kind of stuff. There's certain types of things you need to be confrontational over, but
yeah. I recently
that's
had
not
a
one of those
conversation like
things.
that.
I don't get it. Like and I mean I don't really have conversations with people like that because it's just like they think, you have different views and is what it is, but like for people and I'm not saying we had some knockout drag out candidates for a presidency this year or anything, but I just think you had to choose the lesser of two evils. And if someone thinks that the opposite candidate was the better pick after what we had been through those past 4 years, me personally, I just don't see how you think that's
Oh yeah.
like. I just don't see how you think that's the right move.
Well, I tell you, like my grandma, I love my grandma so much, but she is a diehard, like believes CNN,
Yeah,
and she believes whatever the news tells them. Thinks Donald Trump might as well be Adolf Hitler,
yeah,
and anything he does is horrible.
yeah,
And you cannot talk politics with her
yeah.
at all. You can't talk any sense into her.
I just don't. But I mean, that's all older people. Like they get stuck on like it's like they never when they were growing up they didn't have multiple outlets.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it wasn't a thing, and now it's like you've come to find like the more research that you do on your own, you kind of find you can find the truth within what they're saying
yeah.
if you do your own research.
Do
But
they?
it's like it shouldn't be that way. But everything is for money or an agenda of
Yeah,
some
I
sort.
do agree.
You know what I mean? Like
Like
so
there's
they're not
always an agenda.
yes. So they're not just gonna tell you the truth. They're not gonna just freaking cut it black and white. It's gonna have multiple colors to it
Yeah.
and multiple layers and try and make you read between the lines.
Well, and
If you say.
that's what she. Well, no, that's not what she does. She
That's
takes
what she said.
everything they say. She takes at face value. Like, oh, that must be right. It's on the news. It must
Yeah.
be right.
Yeah.
And like, you can't tell her any different. But we've talked about in the past, like getting a big Trump. This when we were talking about doing this, it was like getting a big Trump 2020 flag and putting it on her barn.
Yeah.
I mean, because she can't get up there and take it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked about doing that. I wish we would have.
Have you seen any of
Might
those
still do
things
it.
that they do, like those, like you can send it to people's doors or whatever, and it was like, thank you for subscribing to
Oh yeah,
the uh, such and such fan club or
yeah,
or the
yeah. I've seen those.
you know
I got my brother on one of
or the
those.
Gay Man Society
I got my brother on one of those.
articles or
Yeah.
whatever. I've thought about sending that to some people.
So I sent my brother one. It was, yeah, it was just like you can get on this. I can't remember the website, but you can order. There's different ones, but the one I selected for him was like uh, talking about
Yeah,
micro penis syndrome, or whatever.
yeah,
Thank you for ordering from micropenissyndrome.com or whatever. And I sent it, instead of sending it to his home, like I sent it to his work.
yeah.
And so he had to see it. He had to see it. But it really backfired on me, like, yeah, a little bit down the road. I sent it to him, and we all got some laughs about it. Well, he brought it back to my office at work. This is back when I was recruiting.
Yeah.
Stuck it in my door. I didn't think nothing else about it. I grabbed it out and I set it back on the table behind my desk, and I just left it. Well, I had an appointment with a kid and their parent, and said little tube with micro penis
Yeah.
or whatever on it was sitting back there on the desk in full view the whole time while I was going through these interviews. And I mean, they didn't join the guard, but
You think that's what got him out?
I'd say it had a factor. I'd say it had an impact. But yeah, it backfired on me.
I
It was pretty awkward at the time. I mean, once I didn't even know, and like the appointment was over. I was working, and like I just happened to turn around, look out the window or whatever, and I seen that. I was like, oh my gosh! I mean, it's in plain view. Like,
Yeah.
they definitely saw it. There's
Yeah.
no way they didn't.
so yeah.
And so that yeah, that backfired. Yeah, those are awesome. But unless they're used on you.
Yeah, used against you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have used that as a sales tactic.
I don't see how.
Could have been like, you see that? That
I
could be
don't
you
see-
if you join this army. That could be you if you join the National Guard. You understand me?
Yeah, I don't think that's yeah.
Big. Better calm down.
I don't think that would help out. Yeah, they didn't join. Actually, I don't know. I can't remember, but I don't think I ever heard back after that.
Yeah. You think you're coming in the army to be a BDD?
No
You're
way.
gonna be a MPM,
What's an NPM?
micro penis Marty.
Yeah,
You know what the BDD is, don't you?
I've got a few guesses.
Oh, what do you think? Go for it.
No,
Why?
I ain't gonna do it.
Go ahead. Do it. Guess.
Well, I got the first two. I don't know the third one.
Say it. Say it with your chest.
I don't know what it'd be.
Say it. Guess. I want to hear your guess.
BDD.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what big. Obviously, the first one is big.
Wrong. I'm joking. I was just trying to make you, throwing you off another level.
I mean, if you said BBD, I mean, I'd
Well,
be able to-
obviously, you would know what that is.
What do you think that is?
We know what that is. There's no need to go into explanation of that. It's BDD.
I love deer season.
You love something, but it ain't deer.
Because you like anytime you get on Facebook during deer season, people start killing deer. Like
Yeah.
BBD.
Yeah.
They say it stands for Big Buck Down, but that is never what I think about.
Yeah.
Whenever they post that,
Yeah.
I've never posted it, but I always laugh at it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dude, what a time to be alive. What about those astronauts who came back from the space station? You think they actually came back from the space station?
I don't know. They look really old once they came back. Have you noticed that? Have you seen those pictures?
Well, like I've seen,
Like, don't they say like in space? I thought, but here's my thing. Like, I thought the thing was like when you were in space, you aged, like, didn't you age? Didn't you age slower when you were in space? Isn't that? I might have that backwards. I might
I
not
don't
be.
know.
I might not be correct in that statement. I'm not an astrologist or a rocket scientist or an astronaut.
But like I've been seeing, like
I think all three of those things are different things.
my face, like my feet, my
I
video
know
feeds
they
are
are.
like random things, but like it's a lot of conspiracy stuff.
Yeah.
But like they say, like looking at the videos of this stuff, like the space station. Do you know how fast the space station apparently is orbiting Earth?
Mm-mm.
17,500 miles per hour.
So they do. So they are older.
What?
I'm correct in my statement. I was miscorrect. I'm correct now. Yeah, they're older. To be younger, they would have to spin slower. Yeah. That means you travel Earth faster. Get it?
So would you go up there in space like at 25 and come back at like 87?
No. I don't know how it works technically.
But yeah, I mean, I don't either.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but I'm pretty sure if you go up there, you come back.
But if you, well, one more thing I've seen. But yeah, like the space
Let's
station,
ignore that. I said that.
it spins at like 17,500 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I can't even comprehend that. Like I mean, really, 100 miles per hour is fast.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't comprehend 17,000.
That's nuts. How
But-
could you? I guess it's because of the gravity. I guess.
I
Like,
honestly,
you
I don't know.
like. How could you stand going 17,000 miles an hour?
And with no gravity, you would think that if you're like if you were like spinning around something, like you've been in the space, like the starship at the fair. You're spinning in that circle so fast you can't even barely stand up.
Oh, there's always some kid over there just
Yeah, that's
standing straight out.
yeah.
Like, look at this creature.
I would always turn upside down, but I can never stand up.
I couldn't either. I felt like your freaking
But
brain was gonna get sucked into your toe.
But like you watch these videos and it doesn't look like they're at all spinning like 17,000 miles an hour.
I don't know.
But I seen this other one though, like still kind of gets me. You know, like the North Star. I don't know the exact name for it, but it's like the brightest star in the sky,
Yeah.
aside from like the moon,
Yeah.
which I don't guess
The
that's
moon's
a star.
not a star. The sun is a star.
But you look at
So am I.
the North Star. You're Jeffree Star. You know who that is?
Jesus, no, I'm not.
Gosh. Well, yeah. But like the North Star is always in the same place in the sky.
Yeah.
Do you know how far the North Star is away from Earth?
Nope. Never been there.
Yeah, I haven't either. I took a picture of it. But so like the North Star is like I can't remember how many light years away from the Earth. It's like some I don't know, some crazy number, like 1,3,500 or so light years, maybe way more than that. I
Yeah.
was like, well, that sounds like a lot. I was like, how much is a light year? Dude, a light year is like so many, like a trillion miles away.
Okay. Okay. Valid argument right here. Everyone listening can agree with this. If I can see a star that is 5 trillion miles away, why do I need glasses to see a sign that's less than 300 feet?
I think back of that Theo
Answer.
Bond and Pauly Shore podcast. You seen that?
What? Yeah,
He's like, how far can a person see? He's like, I don't know. He's like 70 feet. He's like, why are you asking that? But I mean, it was totally irrelevant.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know. I was trying to remember the clip. I mean, I remember what I listened to that podcast.
A lot of people say like that's like the exact representation of like ADHD
Yeah.
because they're talking about something totally different. He's like, how far can a person see?
Yeah. Theo Vaughn is the representation of ADHD.
Dude,
I feel like
he is the wild.
he's
the
something
wildest
else, dude.
man.
He's
Like
a.
the most. I don't know, the most.
I
out
don't
of
think you
pocket-
can. I honestly, there's no. You could not act There's no way
You
you
can't
could
fake
act
that
that.
kind
No,
of
you
thing.
cannot fake it.
No.
It's insane.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
a different breed.
like there was a video I was watching, and it was like some guy. I think it was. I can't remember. It was a clip on there or whatever, and it was like it was one of Theo's friends or whatever, and it was like they were on a podcast, and he said, "I was." He said, "I text Theo. He was in Australia or something." He said, I got a koala coming to my room later." And he was like, "Oh," he was like, "You better, he was like, wash your hands." He was like, "Those things carry like chlamydia."
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, or something. And he was like, "Shit, you better wash his hands too." He's like, "I carry some things," or something like, just like, who's gonna,
Like, who
you know what
thinks
I
of that
mean?
off the top of their head?
Exactly.
Just,
Like I feel
spits
like
it out.
I feel like there's some times like you catch me just out, and I feel like I can say some pretty witty things just at random, but I don't think I could ever match that at
And
all.
what I've said it before too, but you remind me of like a lot of Theo Bond. You say a lot of like out of pocket things, like just random crazy things
I do.
that are hilarious.
It's a lot toned down on here.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's very toned down on here. Because if I were to be the person that I am off of here, I would. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even say it.
Well, not necessarily the person. I'm the same person. It's just the humor is a little different. This is clean cut,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, this is for the public.
Yeah, I don't want to. That's just for friends and privacy things, and it's funny.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. I feel
But-
I feel like that. Like average people have to have the same. Well, maybe not.
They have to freaking play. If you played Call of Duty and listen to proximity chat, like
Oh my gosh.
it was like the same conversations happening over and over. Like
Yeah.
you heard it, you know.
like yeah. If somebody doesn't have the same sense of humor, like I just feel like they're. I don't know. I feel like they're weird.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like-
for sure. That's like me. Me and Kate were talking one time. She was like, "I think you could do very well on TikTok and things of that nature.
And OnlyFans and stuff.
If you were like, I've got an OnlyFans.
I'm the number one subscriber.
But it's just me posing in boots. No, I'm but like if you, I don't like saying like provocative jokes a lot out in,
Oh yeah, like out in public.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not that, I don't do like, but I'll say some stuff that just like pops off in my head. Like, and I have no explanation for it. Like, I don't know how I do it.
You do say some like wild things.
And I don't understand where it comes from. I don't know what part of my brain is firing on that cylinder. But boy, when it's firing, it's hot.
And if someone ever discovered the group chat,
Oh my, well, no, yeah.
we would
Yeah.
we'd probably be put to death.
I don't know. It'd be pretty rough, yeah. Have you ever seen those videos? It's like those guys getting arrested, and it was like after the FBI raided our group chat or whatever,
Yeah.
and everyone's going to jail.
Yeah. That would be us 100%.
It's like one time something happened. I can't remember. I can't tell it because it wouldn't be funny because I can't remember the whole story. Because you have to know the whole story said in line. You know what I mean? Like, to be funny. But yeah, like there's a lot of things that I think of. Like even just sitting here, like you'll say something, and I'm like, oh, I need to say that, and I'm like, oh, I do not.
Yeah, bro. You
I
ever
don't
say
need
something
to
before
say
you realize where you are?
That's my life.
Yeah, I kind of caught myself in like a situation like that a few months back. Like we were at drill, and we're always talking crazy, like just not even really thinking, just
It's just how guys talk.
yeah, just
Seriously.
joking around.
Yeah,
I didn't pay attention to who was in the room.
yeah.
Someone was in the room who likes people of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
This person, I love this person to death.
Yeah.
Completely awesome person.
Yeah.
Well, the things I was saying
Uh-huh.
was I said
Derogatory to
some
them.
kind of derogatory
Yeah.
things towards
But not
that
meaning
group.
it in that way.
No, definitely not.
I know what you
just
mean.
talking.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, this person played it off. I mean, they didn't say a single thing, but afterwards, like once I realized they were in the room, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I went back and apologized. I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry."
What'd they say?
Oh, they were. I mean, they were fine. They appreciated the apology,
Yeah.
but at the same sense,
But they're
it's
not,
like,
they
dang.
didn't get butthurt over it.
Oh no,
Because they knew you weren't coming from a place of hatred.
no, this person's a female and probably more of a man than I am.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
That,
I mean, I don't know if that speaks really good for them or really bad for me.
that's,
but-
I don't, yeah. That's what I'm saying though. Like, I like people that can joke. If you can't joke about yourself, like if you can't, like I can take jokes about myself, but
Oh,
don't
yeah.
be, but like I will fire back at you in the harshest,
yeah.
worst ways. And if you can't take it, don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I can make you laugh, or or you can take it the wrong way. But
Yeah.
you're gonna, if you're gonna say something about me, don't be mad that I fire back.
Yeah. It's like
You
if you
know.
say something, wild out of pocket,
Yeah,
don't be alarmed. I mean, don't be surprised when you get something like that back.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that, like, I love having conversations with people that can take that
Oh, yeah.
and they
dude.
give it right back.
Yeah.
like that's my favorite type of people.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
love
yeah. I was
that
like,
too.
I can talk to you. Yeah, I was like, we can, for sure. But there's some people that just like, you say something and you can tell it, they get butt hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, shut up, you.
Yeah.
God, I can't handle that.
I was talking-
That was a time I just toned down a little bit.
Look, this guy I work with, he's a freaking awesome guy. We were talking about it the other day. Maybe it was yesterday. But we were talking about, like, if someone doesn't like The Office, like, if they don't like that sense of humor, it's like, I don't know that I really have a whole lot in common with that said person,
Yeah, that or Parks and Rec.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love Parks and
those
Rec, too.
shows. Yeah,
I mean, that is, they could never make that
that
nowadays.
kind of humor,
And that's
heck
kind of,
no.
like, it's kind of sad.
comedy and stuff like that went downhill after like 2013. Not like comedy, like stand-up comedy. I feel like is like blew up,
Yeah.
But like, as far as like comedy movies, they suck. They are not funny. Like The Hangover. I'll never forget watching The Hangover the first time. I was crying.
That is a
laughing.
funny
That
movie.
was so funny.
That is a good movie.
Step Brothers, hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
The other guys, hilarious. Anchorman, hilarious. Like all these movies,
Yeah.
and they were like all derogatory. Like, and it was It wasn't like meant towards anyone.
No.
Like it was just a funny clips, and like you see it making a comeback. Like all this woke cancel crap like is like going away because like you realize people are realizing it's like people aren't saying. I mean, there's some people that say this stuff out of hatred from
Yeah.
a bad place, but
I feel like the
like,
vast majority, like, don't.
they don't say it from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like anything I ever say anything like that, like I don't mean it in the way of like being hateful.
Oh, no.
Like never,
No.
and like unless you
I'm the
make me
same
want
way.
to, and then I'll be very, very hateful. But like, I just don't get it. Like, I'm and if somebody doesn't say something like a little sketchy to you, like, are you even friends?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, if you can't mess around with somebody
I
like
think
that,
the same way.
like, that's not the type of person that you want to be
Yeah,
friends
I
with.
mean, because, like,
You
somebody,
know.
like, you could say something to me totally out of pocket
Yeah,
or, something crazy. Obviously, I know you. I know you don't, like, genuinely mean it.
yeah,
But it's hilarious, like, given the context of the conversation, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's the exact thing.
But
It's
it's
the
like
whole
so many people,
context of it.
yeah, people take things out of context, and anything out of context can be taken, somewhere
Oh yeah,
totally
like
in left field.
we could say something on here and like it'd be like somebody could clip just a piece of it and just like put it on something and it's like show it totally out of the context that it was being talked about.
Yeah, context is like, yeah,
And oh yeah, that's where it
the
gets a
biggest
lot of people
piece.
screwed around. And then
Yeah,
like you post the whole clip, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, they didn't.
they
That was
didn't.
obviously
Yeah, obviously didn't mean it that way.
totally different way."
Yeah, that kills me. I hate when people take things out of context. Well, they do that. They do that to Trump a lot, or at
Yeah.
least they did. I mean, I don't know if they still
You
do.
know who we
They
ought to
probably
get
still
as like
do.
a guest on here?
Elon Musk,
A Mennonite preacher.
a Mennonite
Preacher.
dude. I go to well, he's
Think
not
we
a
could get a
preacher.
Mennonite preacher on here? Like, what if we got a Mennonite preacher on here and we like forced him to watch TV?
I think they can watch
No, they
Mennonites.
can't.
They can't watch TV.
I don't think so. But what's that matter? They drink. They do everything. There was
Really?
somebody that went to they called it a wing party or something like that. And they went to a wing party. And it was just a bunch of, no women were allowed. And it was just a bunch of Mennonites sitting around drinking beer.
What?
Yeah.
Around here?
Wasn't here. It was a couple places over. But it was in local. Like
Yeah.
somebody I know. Yeah.
Dude, that's always
Yeah.
like Amish and Mennonites.
Like what do Mennonites do when they get drunk? They ain't, what are they going to do? Build a house?
Yeah, they might build you.
You know what I mean?
They might build you a
Like,
crooked house.
like, let's get drunk. Let's go build Fred's garage. Let's go.
I follow some people
Let's
like
go build Yoder's.
you ever seen the Amish OG guy on
No.
TikTok? He's
No.
like an ex Amish guy, and he makes a bunch of videos talking about like.
Do you believe all that though?
I don't know, man. I assume some of it I assume is like sincere.
Some of it's probably real. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Do you feel like some of it's exaggerated?
Yeah, some of it, I'd say some of it probably is exaggerated.
That's kind of where I think it comes from.
But I don't know. I would like to. Would you spend? Okay, all right, this would be good. Would you spend a week? How many days would you spend with the Amish?
Mm, what am I doing? Like you just like give me some context. We're taking this out of context. Give me some context here. Like what are we doing? Like you just want me to like you just want to see how long I could live with the Amish?
Like yeah,
Like undercover or something?
yeah, and film them.
And film them?
Yeah, go undercover and no, you would have to dress, eat, work. So you'd have to build like 10 houses a day. So you like dress, follow all the rules of the Amish. How long do you think you could last? I mean that.
A week, 2 weeks, maybe.
What do you?
As far as the working and the dressing and stuff like that, but man, I would get tired of not having a bath and using soap and deodorant. Crap, you stink. But like,
I don't know.
I don't think the living like
No electricity, nothing like that.
I was talking to an ex-Amish guy the other day, actually. It was, when I say the other day, it was 2 years ago. And
Close enough.
yeah, and he was talking about like when he was a kid. He remembers he was talking about how the Amish was just like, oh, to get him on here.
Yes.
Oh, dude, no joke. He would do
Dude.
it. I know he would. I just talked to him. I didn't talk to him about this, but I talked to him like maybe
Yes.
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe.
You could dissect the Amish.
And he was talking about how it just, how they're just totally, they're not what they say they are. They're like, they believe, the way they believe, they say they believe by the Bible, but it's the Amish Bible. It's like they make their own rules and believe by that, not the Bible. And talking about like he was saying like how it's just like an abusive culture and it's a cult. It's not a way of, it's a cult. That's all it is. And I mean he grew up in it and he said that he got out of it, left it, came here, got a job, and is getting married and stuff. And he was like starting out on his own, like not doing anything to do with his with his family and stuff like that. And I mean, I commend that because that's a hard thing to do to like, I mean, like you were raised that way, but
To like leave your whole family,
Yeah,
not
leave
be able to go
everything behind.
back.
Yeah, you can't really go back.
I mean, I don't really know what you have to go back
I think
to,
he might
but
have had some like brothers and sisters. I can't remember. I'm not talking to him really about it because I had a conversation with him one day for like an hour over
I wonder
this
if we could get him to like go
undercover.
undercover.
I don't know. I don't know if he can go back, but
He's shunned.
he was talking about like this is where I couldn't do it. He was like it would be in the middle of the summer. And your room would, he's like, your room was like upstairs with your other siblings or whatever. And it was like 90 degrees outside with the humidity. And he was like, you would be upstairs and it would be like 85 degrees in that house.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, I would go outside and just sleep in my underwear on the picnic table or something. Cause it was felt better outside than it did in the house.
Oh, dude, I could not imagine.
And I'm like, what would that, like, that would be horrible. Cause, like, I hate being hot. Like, if it's like sometimes when it's like 68, 70 degrees in my house, sometimes I'm like sweating.
Yeah.
And, like, if you're doing anything, if you're just sitting down, like, you come in from the cold, obviously it feels good. But, like, if it's like 68, 70 degrees in the house and there's, like, no air moving, I'm, like, sweating. It's hot. Like, I like it to be, like, 65, 66, like when I sleep.
I would freeze to death.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Dude, I got like when it was like real cold, like 20 something, I had the air on in my room and had the fan blowing full blast.
The AC on?
Yeah. It was setting on 68 at that time.
Well, I'm ashamed to say what our thermostat sits.
Like right
at.
now, your thermostat.
Yeah,
my
like
heat
right
hasn't
now.
My heat hasn't been on in probably a week.
Mine hasn't been off.
Really?
No.
Our house
the
only
like
time
73.
I say that it hadn't been awful. I kicked it on the other night because it got down to like 31. I kicked it on at like 9 o'clock at night, and I had it turned on, and then I shut it off the morning when everybody left. I shut all the heat off.
Oh gosh, dude, I would freeze to death.
Because it came back I came back to the house and it was sitting on like 66.
I don't know. I'm like
it was,
naturally
plenty
cold.
warm.
Like our thermostat stays at like 72, 73.
God, I would cook in your house.
Oh my gosh, and I kind of feel a little less manly because everyone I talk to says that their thermostat doesn't get above like 68.
Yeah,
and like I would
can't
freeze to
handle
death.
it. Shoot, I can't.
Well,
handle
Taylor,
it.
she'll be sweating, but she's dressed for the Arctic. She's wearing 2 sweaters and 2 sweatpants. Like, oh, it's hot in here, and I want to be comfortable, so I'm wearing like ball shorts and a shirt.
Yeah,
and no, I can't do it.
Oh shoot, and I'm walking around. Now, like today, I haven't felt the best, and like that wind was like getting me a little bit, so it was kind of cool today. So I was like wearing, I wore a jacket and stuff all day, and like I'm wearing, I don't know what, I don't even have that on, but the temperature in here is like probably, well, okay, it's like
what do you think it is right in here right now?
In here,
are you comfortable?
Yeah, I feel pretty good like this.
Like I feel slightly chilled.
Are you for real? Dude, I think like if I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt right now, I would be okay. I just had this on earlier cuz
I wouldn't survive.
Seriously?
I would be no way.
Oh, dude.
Well, and I've worked in like the coldest temperature you can get.
Yeah, in North Dakota
I was still cold. Yeah, I was still cold. I mean, but you like there's only so many clothes you can put on.
Yeah.
But like the coldest day we had was like, I don't know, like negative 56. I mean, you couldn't even hardly work.
Negative 56?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
But dude, what was crazy, like you get so accustomed to like working in like negative 20, negative like 30, and below.
Yeah.
Like you're so accustomed to like working in that.
Yeah.
That like when it got like 0, like
it felt warm.
We were in, like, I kid you not, and even me, which is weird. Like we were in short sleeve shirts.
I mean, I believe, yeah.
It was crazy.
When you, well, I mean, it's just like people that live in the colder temperatures. Like when it hits like 60, well, think of it through the winter, okay? Like when it's like freezing cold, like you're having days of like 10 degrees, whatever, and then you come in and or like the next day, it gets up to like 55.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you go outside, you're like, gosh, this is this is
Yeah.
warm. I'm gonna take my jacket off and whatever, and just wear a short sleeve shirt and all that stuff. And it,
Yeah.
you don't, I get it's just the temperature that you're
I
raised
guess
in.
accustomed to. Like,
Yeah, like that you're from.
but it's a good thing. Like we always had like, well, majority of the time we had heated bathrooms. So like, if it was negative
Hello,
20,
little Christmas tree. Okay, go.
but like we most of the time we had like heated bathrooms. So if you had to go poop or something, it was comfortable. Well,
Yeah.
like there were some locations we did not. So
Yeah.
if it would be like whatever negative whatever.
Cheeks were freezing to the porta potty.
Well, I had a bad habit. I would always, I guess it was a good habit, but like I'd take baby wipes and I'd always wipe down the seat really good. Well, one day it was really, really cold and we just had regular porta potties.
Yeah.
I had to go. So I go in there and I wipe down the seat really good.
Yeah.
And I sit down and I'm doing my business. I go to get up. Froze. The seat is stuck to me. And so like I had to like forcefully, kind of pull it off.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible experience.
Yeah.
Horrible experience. And that was probably one of the only times I didn't sit on my phone for like 30 minutes.
I'd say
on
nine.
the toilet.
You were stuck to the shitter.
Yeah, I go
Literally.
Yeah, no kidding.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean that was a horrible experience. I mean, aside from that, most of the times we had in the winter, we always had heated bathrooms.
You talking about heated bathrooms and like adjusting to cold temperatures. What do you think it's like being a duck?
Oh, it'd be
Like-
cool to fly.
Like I'm talking like because like they know, and like geese and well mostly like waterfowl, like they know the cold weather and the hot. Like they fly south for the winter, fly
Yeah.
north for you know what I mean. Like how do they like? Do you ever think like you just sit there and watch them flying and you're like, and you see the geese flying in a V, and then they got this freaking idiot leader that gets lost, and then they all goes, quack, 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 and then they're trying to get back in their
they fly to
freaking.
Canada.
They're trying to get back in their formation.
That's just crazy. Like
Frank, stop effing around.
they instinctively know to fly
Yeah.
south to warmer weather.
Yeah, like I think you say that, and I think about stuff like that. It's like how do they? We just adapt, but like that we adapted because we figured out ways to heat. But I mean, obviously,
'Cause we
Eh,
can't fly.
yeah, and it's like they just travel, like they just know when it's getting cold, and they head out, and then they come back when it starts to warm up.
What do you
I
think?
just
Like,
think
they
that's
don't
amazing.
Have they don't have like a home. Like they don't have nothing that keeps them to like
They got a
one
getaway
certain
home.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
that's like they have a place to live, and like where do geese live? Like
Do they sleep on the water?
I
think?
don't know what they do.
I hooked one with my fishing pole one time.
There's some geese that stay
really
on the
relevant,
pond
but-
here at the house, and they come in.
Yeah, that's a good
They
question.
just came back.
Where do they get? Like, where do they sleep? Do they
Yeah.
sleep?
Yeah. There's some birds, the condors, I guess is what they are. They fly and they sleep flying. That's a random fact for you.
What?
Yeah. They like land. The only time they land is to, I think is to have babies.
Yeah, I would land for that too.
Like they land to give birth.
So do
And the eggs and stuff, and then hatch all that, and then they fly again.
do they mate in the air?
I don't know. I would have to look that up. But like they fly constantly.
I bet you that would yield some pretty interesting search results. Do condors mate while flying? I don't know. I've never even thought about that. I never even knew that. I did know that like the raven, maybe it's not the raven, is like a bird is the fastest animal on Earth or something. It can reach like speeds. I think it's like a raven. No, I don't think it's a raven. Some big bird can reach speeds of like 200 miles an hour, like while diving.
Sorry, I got. I don't. Wait, what? Oh yeah.
I heard it on the Nate Land podcast with Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some now when they're diving, they can like that. And that's insane.
That was a funny episode too, though. He's like, "Well, you can drop a giraffe out of an airplane. You know, it'll reach 200 miles an hour."
Yeah.
I don't remember which bird it was talking about, but that's a good question though. Do they mate while flying,
I don't know.
or where do birds live?
I wasn't even looking at that. Hang on a minute, and I'll tell you. Hang on. We'll find out.
You'll hear it here first.
What am I looking for? There we go. Gemini, do condors ever land?
I couldn't find anything about that.
I bet if
You
you
might be
asked
able to
Siri,
find
it'd find something.
Do what?
I bet if you asked Siri, it would find
It
something.
would find something. Do condor birds fly constantly, or do they land every now and then?
Condors do land sometimes, usually to rest or to nest. They're not constantly flying, but they are known for their ability to soar for hours without flapping their wings.
That's what it is. Same thing as sleeping.
Same thing. I assume like
Yes,
nesting
you could
is.
say that.
You heard it here first. Gemini told us. See, it's backing me up. Thank you, Gemini.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help.
Same thing.
Yep. I mean, basically the same thing.
You heard it.
I mean,
Google
what does-
said so.
I mean, what does that entail? To nest? I assume that means they would
To rest in the nest.
to rest, sleep.
It's the only time I get in bed.
Yeah. Just to nest.
Yep. Sometimes to rest. But I don't know. Like, that was a weird tangent. I don't even know. There's not really been much good information tag tonight. Like, it's mostly been it's been so long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's
too.
what we were sitting there saying. It's like, soon as Matt showed up, he's like, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah,
It
really has.
I know.
Oh, and it's so hard like to find time sometimes. You know.
Sucks.
Yeah, like you get home from work, like if you had a long day or something, and like, gosh, you're just tired, or you got something going on, or you got a lot of stuff going on. It's hard to find time just to.
Another thing I find like with this is like sometimes I'm like super motivated, and that's like the ones that I feel like we get the best like the best moments in.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but then there's times it's just like you do it and you're like, oh, we got to do it. But it's like, man, I just don't have the motivation.
Yeah.
I just don't have anything.
But I would rather
I feel
show
like
like
to
that.
give. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I would still rather show like that authentic side,
For sure.
like
I mean,
to
we
see
do.
like the real side of it. Like sometimes, yeah, we're tired, or
For sure.
because we both work full time jobs, outside from this.
Yeah.
we
for
make
sure.
we have made.
If you guys
$0.
would get on it,
If
we
you-
would do this full time.
Yeah, if we
But
could do
you
this
guys are
full-time,
sitting there
man.
dicking around, not doing it. You know what I
Like-
mean?
Yeah, please like and subscribe. Oh, dude, could you imagine doing this full time?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I've been watching this YouTuber.
Be sick.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
You were watching this YouTuber.
Oh yeah, I've been watching this guy named Mr. Ballin.
Never heard of him.
You've never heard of her?
Mm-mm. Her?
No, it's a guy. But,
Oh, okay.
but he tells like all these crazy stories. All he does, well, and I'm sure he probably researches. He probably researches these stories. I mean, and they're incredible stories. Some of them, the ones I've watched, like about serial killers or whatever.
Yeah.
All he does, he's reading these stories.
Yeah, but I mean, people don't have the where that niche falls in. Is it niche or niche? Is it niche?
I always say niche, but
I think it's
I've been told
niche.
I've said it wrong. So.
I don't know. But like, okay, it's just like an audio book.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it is.
Like, you want to know the information, but you don't have time to sit there and read it. You would rather have it read to you and listen to it
Yeah.
than to take the
When
time
it's convenient,
to
you know,
read
driving
it.
down the road.
Like
I
that's
only
why I
watch 'em-
love listen. I don't really listen to audiobooks. I don't have any. I mean, some people are like, "Oh, you don't really. There's nothing like a good book." I mean,
like, well, I can't read.
yeah. It's like I don't. I mean, I guess that's cool. I mean, you ever tried going outside and doing something? I mean, experiencing life. I mean, reading is cool, I guess, but I would rather experience life than read it in a book.
I can't
Like,
say anything. I've listened to audio. I haven't listened to one in a long time, but I listen.
but you
to
know what I mean?
audiobooks.
People like read books about like doing like experiences. Like, and it'll be like, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna be out here producing like, and people like, oh, my favorite thing. My favorite thing is those clips of people reading sexual audiobooks
Oh my
and
gosh.
like rolling their windows down at gas stations. I love that. That is so funny. But like, and like, dude, like that kind of stuff too. Like, who wants to like like and it's mostly women, I guess, because that's what you always see is
Yeah.
like talking about it. But like, who wants to listen to sex like in a book? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I find it like super awkward.
Like,
Like,
yeah, for real.
reading
Yeah, like,
as
my
he-
God, woman.
as he placed his hand on the whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, my gosh, I'm nervous.
Wait, do you think more
Women
women
give me a rhino pill thing. You know what I'm talking about? What
at the gas station?
It's like, good gosh.
You ever tried one of those?
No,
I
heck
haven't either.
no.
I always wonder if they work. But it's like I wonder if more women. I wonder if like what the statistics are on women versus men on
like sexual audiobooks.
that like
And you know
pornography,
what?
you know.
Let's just most women that listen to that stuff, I feel like listen to it. And like if something like that were to happen to them, they would be like freaking out. You know what I mean?
If it happened to me, I'd be freaking out probably. As John called me into his office, I was
Lock the
unaware
door
of-
behind you. But
John
no,
was naked in his chair.
but like 50 Shades of Grey. That's the one that comes to my mind.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
You know what I mean?
You ever read the books?
No.
I haven't either.
I'm like, I've just seen like clips. And
I've seen the movies.
yeah, I've seen the clips of the movie or whatever. And
I've seen the whole movie.
stuff like that. But it's just like, you know,
Yeah, I don't know. It does seem like it's mostly women who read that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
but then they're like, they wouldn't do that. Like, are they living out of, like, is something like that, like that you're living out a fantasy? Like, in your own mind that you, like, never want to experience, but you don't, like, you experience it through that. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like, I guess it's like experiencing things through a lens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
people like this, people, like, don't want to skydive, but they want to see what it's like watching it on a video of somebody wearing a GoPro.
I want to skydive without a parachute.
Yeah.
Most days.
Yeah. But, like,
But no, I know what you're saying.
you know what I mean?
I think more or less it's like an escape. Like people want to like escape. I don't know so much like they want to, or like they would or wouldn't do that. Most books like I've ever read, I probably wouldn't do 90% of what I was reading. More or less just reading it.
It's just for
For
the
the heck
thrill
of
of it. Yeah, just for the heck. But I mean, I just can't. If I want to get a thrill out of something, I'm going to watch a movie. Like, I just can't. I mean, it might just be me, like I said, but
I can't
I
say
don't
there's
get a-
been a couple of books that I've listened, well, audiobooks that I've listened to that were like awesome. Like I could not wait to get off work and drive home so I could listen to this audiobook.
yeah.
And probably my number one book of all time is like you know who Dave Grohl is from the Foo
yeah,
Fighters?
the Foo Fighters.
Yeah. like Dave Grohl wrote a book called The Storyteller. I think it's
Mhm.
called The Storyteller.
Is it talking about his life?
Yeah.
See, okay,
and
like
it's him
yeah,
narrating it too.
yeah,
And that's the only books I would ever really read is like I guess would it be like a
autobiographies.
what's the difference between a biography and an autobiography?
I don't know.
I don't know
You're
either.
asking the wrong
But I
person. I'm
like-
sitting there talking about how I don't even read.
But I like those kind of like if I was gonna read something, it's only in that genre. But like it's by
Isn't
far the best book.
Okay, isn't fiction is fake?
I get them mixed up.
Non-fiction is real.
I'm not sure.
I believe that's right.
Yeah, I always get them mixed up.
That's right.
Like which is which? Like is fiction real or is fiction fake?
Yeah.
Is
I think
nonfiction?
fiction is real.
You think fiction is real?
Wait, no. See, fiction is not real. Non-fiction is real.
See, why would they like? Why
Is
name
that
it?
right? I think that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds right to me. I mean,
I don't know, but it just I don't know. I mean, and who has time? I mean, like audiobooks have obviously changed the game in that.
yeah,
No questions asked. But it's just like before then, who was sitting down? Like if I got a freaking time to myself on a Saturday, the last thing I'm gonna do is sit in my house and read a book.
yeah,
But like some people, that's what they choose to do, and that's
they
fine.
are most likely more intelligent than we are.
Well, they might be more intelligent.
But yeah, I'm the same way. Like if I have free time, I'm not gonna sit and read a random book.
yeah, I just don't see the.
Like the only time I ever listened to like audiobooks was like mainly like when I drove back and forth from Louisville.
Well, yeah, I mean, because it like if I'm doing something like that, like I want to take in some sort of knowledge.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
something like occupy your mind.
Yeah, because like me personally, I listen to like 4 or 5 different music stations. I like Pandora the most. Some people just find that weird, but like I think Pandora is one of the better music station things.
What's the difference between that?
I just like it. Like
that and
it's just
Spotify?
because like Spotify is okay, but like the thing I like about Pandora is like I don't pay for that crap. I'm not going to, never will. And
I pay for Spotify.
you can see I don't pay for nothing.
I don't know why.
I just
I don't even listen to it.
because all I listen to on there is podcasts. I mean, like I don't have to pay to listen to a pod. You know what I mean?
Can you still search on there? Can you like
I
search
can do
music?
everything. Yeah.
What's the difference?
You get limited skips. You get like 6 skips per
like
hour.
if you don't like a song, you can
Yeah.
skip it or something.
Yeah, you
Oh.
get like 6 skips per hour. But like Pandora, you get the option to listen to another ad, and gives you like 6 more skips. And then you don't like that selections, listen to another ad for 15 seconds. Get 6 more skips. Like you can constantly do that. But like I've got like depends on the day. Like most days I'm like I go from Co-Wetzel radio to Morgan Wallen radio to today's top hits radio. And then I go to sometimes I'll listen to like Nickelback radio because I want like not necessarily there's only like maybe 2 Nickelback songs that I really like to listen to.
I like most of them. If I'm
But-
being honest.
There's other genres, other artists that come on Nickelback's radio
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
hear more often than you hear on other stations.
Yeah.
And then I go to Breaking Benjamin radio,
Oh, that's a good one.
and then I leave Breaking Benjamin radio, and I'll go to that's 5, but like that's I'm trying to think. Like if I'm on a long car ride, I'll go from Breaking Benjamin radio to
Fergie.
no, heck no. Avenged Sevenfold. I'll go from Avenged Sevenfold to Sum 41, and then I'll go to Sum 41 radio to Blink 182 radio, and I'll go from Blink 182 radio to today's Country Hits radio, and then I'll go from that to. Then I usually get off of that, and I go to Spotify and look for a podcast.
Do you know what's awesome? Like seriously awesome. Like I mean, I guess it can be awesome, can not be awesome. Like what's awesome about music? like you can hear a certain song and it takes you back to an exact moment in your
For
life.
sure.
You ever have those songs?
Yes.
Like for me, you know that song uh Paralyzer by Finger 11?
Yeah.
Like that song like takes me back to like 2006, 2007 in like middle school. But like you'll hear a certain song and it takes you back to like an exact memory in your life. For whatever reason, but like,
Yeah, for sure.
like that song either came out or was really popular at that time and like had an impact on you.
Yeah.
I always thought that was like crazy. Like you can hear like a song that takes you back to a good time, or you can hear a song and it takes you back to a not good time.
Yeah.
But I always thought that was it's kind of strange. Like I thought it was I guess interesting at least,
Yeah.
like how that happens. Like I would never otherwise think of that exact moment
I'll never
unless I hear
forget
that
going
song.
to a party. I had that back when we were like 17, and I had that Ram at Dodge, and I had those two subs in the back under the seat. Or were they under the seat? No, I had them in the seat because I didn't have a custom box made to go under the seat, so I had them in the seat, and I would be going to a party, and I would always turn on Ti. What you know about that? Oh, dude.
Dude,
Oh, dude.
still is a good song.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. And I would, oh, dude.
Yeah, as soon as we pull out the driveway.
Oh, gosh. That was the song,
Yeah, that
man.
was a
I
good
love
song.
that song.
Yeah, there was so many times like that too. That song
Oh,
was
man.
you always played that song too.
Yes. And then, like, later on in life, when I was 21, or, yeah, somewhere around in that time frame, we had parties at a friend's house, and we would, they had a jukebox downstairs, not like an old jukebox, but like a boom box, whatever, that you hooked your aux cord into. And one night I kept creeping over there, and I'm sure there are a lot of people that can attest to this. Uptown Funk was the song,
Oh yeah.
dude. Uptown Funk, and I would sit there and sing it. I kept, and people would take my phone off of the recording, and I would go back and get my phone and type it back in. And in the middle of a song playing, I would pull the aux cord real quick and plug mine back in. I played it like 14 times in a row that night. And then I climbed an antenna and got on somebody's roof. Yeah.
Oh, dude, when you say that, oh, this is not even related. But there's this YouTube channel. Maybe I've already said this before. But there's this YouTube channel. It's called like On the Roofs.
No.
It's these people who go and climb these insanely tall, like buildings and skyscrapers and like cranes and stuff on top
Oh, I
of
can't watch
skyscrapers.
that.
They climb them without like ropes.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
can't watch that.
Oh my! I guess they call it like urban exploring, maybe or something.
Urban death.
Yeah, dude,
Good
it's
gosh.
crazy. There's some kind of like disease or some kind of like ailment you can have that where you don't sense like that kind of fear.
Yeah.
I would probably climb up and I'd probably just jump off. Some days.
Dude, like, as you get older, do you notice, like, your fear of heights is, like, becoming more prevalent?
Oh yeah, yeah, 1,000,000%.
I don't understand why that is, but, like, I guess it might be my off-balanceness that I was talking about the last podcast that we did, but, like, I get up on tall stuff, and I was afraid of heights before, but now I get on something tall, and if I don't have something to hold on to,
Oh gosh,
oh,
yeah,
dude, I start getting jittery, and I'm
Yep.
like, you gotta calm down, or you're gonna slip up. You're
yeah.
gonna fall on an accident. Like our grain bins are, I think they're 35 foot in the air, and I climb up on those ladders, and there's like this little walkway you go across that connects the grain bins, and I go from one to the other, and then you have to climb up the roof to open the door to get up there. So you're just like sitting down there on like these little L-shaped steps that are, I mean, they're metal, they're steel, but they're just maybe about 2.5 inches wide. and you're sitting there trying to wiggle this roof to get the pins out so you can slide it off to the side so you can put the auger up there. And dude, you get up there and you look down, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this.
Oh yeah. No, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate heights. When I was in North Dakota, when I shared this video on Facebook a little while, not too long ago, like there's this video, like you ever seen those, like a jig lift? Well, I call it like a jig lift, but like a JLG lift.
Yeah.
Like, and we always had those on site, and we would use them to hook like pipes up to a wellhead. Well, you can once you get in one, you can control it from the basket, but you can also like override it from the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, like I was up in it, connecting like pipes to the wellhead, and my coworkers, they thought it would be funny to like override it from the bottom and raise me up as high as it would go. And this one went like 60 feet.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But they raised me up as high as it would go, and then they started you can tilt the baskets on them too.
Yeah.
They started tilting the basket sideways, and like I had a harness and stuff on, but oh my
dude.
gosh,
I
was legit terrified.
I've got a telehandler. It only reaches about 20 feet in the air. But dude, you get up on that thing that you have somebody pick you up 20 feet in the air straight up, and you can feel that thing like with the wind. You can feel it like shaking.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, nah. I'll stand up there on pallet forks. No harness.
I mean, could you imagine?
Balls of steel.
Because it's probably not even going to kill you if you fail, but it's going to hurt.
Bull crap! You
think-
fall 20 feet.
I think you'd still survive.
I mean, you could, but you wish you were dead.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's going to hurt.
Yeah, for sure.
If I was going to fall from a distance, I would rather, well, I don't know. I would rather it probably kill me.
Yeah.
Because if
Can we just play this clip? I found this the other night, and I need to find it again. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I laughed and laughed and laughed at this.
Somebody falling from a big distance.
Hang on here.
Have you ever wanted to go skydiving?
Nope, not that one. Not that one. Hang on. I gotta find this. Hang on a minute. Oh, I laughed and laughed and laughed. Where is this? How did I find it? Here it is.
It's one of our clips?
Yeah, I've laughed and laughed and laughed. Listen.
That's the night. I'm pretty sure it's at that night. Like I was peeing.
Oh, yeah.
You're
I almost.
You're like, that's the night I was paying.
I was like, yeah,
I never uploaded that clip. I need to upload that clip. That was a funny one. Like
Yeah.
you caught yourself about to screw up.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I about outed somebody.
Yeah.
And probably myself, too.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Well, oh.
I don't even see how far in we are.
We're in an hour and a half, dude.
Where do you see that at?
Up top.
Wasn't it at the bottom before?
No, it's always been at the top. It was down there too, but it was like blurred out. But it's always been at the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking, I was looking earlier, I was like, I don't even see.
I feel like that was, but like, for a unplanned, well, I mean, they're all unplanned, but like coming into it.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
it's odd. It's serious. Like when you sit down and start these, like you have no time frame in mind. You know what I mean?
yeah. And we just take off.
And like you go an hour and 30 minutes, and it doesn't seem it. Like
Yeah.
it don't. I feel like we've been here for maybe an hour.
That's kind of what I was guessing, too. When
And I
you think,
looked up.
like, there's been times we've went 2 hours. And
The longest one we
40
had
minutes
was
or
with
something.
Chase, which was 3.5 hours.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was 3.5 hours long.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the longest one. That was a good one. That was fun. I think we didn't get out of here till after midnight.
Yeah, that was
It
a late night.
It was a good one.
Yeah,
though.
anything we ever do, like, it's never, ever planned. Like, we never plan out what we're going to talk about. We just get on here and take off. And, like, wherever our minds go, sometimes we'll go.
Yeah,
Sometimes
for sure.
probably.
We
don't need
yeah. But that's just kind of bringing that up. We've kind of talked about. We've kind of got. We're kind of thinking about doing a. Which I mean, it's getting busy now for me, so it's kind of getting hard to do things and stuff. But we're kind of thinking about doing. Maybe doing some lives during our podcast. like doing like a behind the scenes, like a live kind of thing, and like on TikTok. Um, maybe
I,
trying something like that. I think that would be kind of cool. Get some interaction on there. Get
yeah.
some maybe get some questions and stuff during the middle, or maybe after time.
I think that would be a cool idea. Like, well, just because like the way like our minds work, like somebody comments something,
and you just go off to a random
and yeah,
tangent.
that takes us
But
somewhere else.
like when you have people, that's the thing with our podcast. And I was like, I know we've probably said this a million times, but it's like when it's just us, it's just a conversation, just between us two. There's really there's really not a lot of context to it. Like as
Yeah.
far as like a format, it's just us.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we want it to be. It's like we just want it to be us hanging out, talking, and you to feel like you're in the room with us, having just like you were sitting at a in a room with your friends or at a bar with your friends or
Yeah, just hanging out.
just hanging out somewhere with your friends. And that's kind of like what we want that to feel like. But then when we have guests on, we want it to feel like that you're kind of learning something about that person.
Yeah.
Because that's what I try to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I
agree.
like to learn stuff from those people because I mean you don't get the chance to talk to people every day.
Yeah,
And,
especially if,
I mean
like-
even if they're not,
especially if they're donating, they're like, if they're giving us their time, like at least hear what they would have to say, like what they have to offer, like what makes them different.
what
Like
makes
we
them
had,
tick.
like we had Chase on. He can tell us things that Jonathan Eisenberg can't tell us, and
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah.
And so just
Yeah.
hearing different
like Stony Ridge
perspectives.
Farmer when we had him
Yeah,
on, it's
yeah.
just totally different things. Yeah, and I mean, I feel like we've grown a lot. It's a working. It's always been a work in progress, and it's like I was actually listening to podcast today, and I was sitting there thinking to myself. I was listening to Joe Rogan. He was interviewing somebody, and they were talking about his first podcast. They were talking about your first everythings, like when you first start something, not just podcast, sports, anything. And you're like, go back and listen to your first ones after you've been doing it for years, or go back and watch videos of you playing a sport for the first time
Yeah, yeah,
years after playing. Like you're like that was horrible. But the whole key is you got to start somewhere and you learn along the way. Like you start out with a base plan and then change it as it goes and you get better at it and you tweak it and
Yeah.
we had different plans for the for the podcast, like the way it was going to go, and it's just like things didn't work out that way. And this is kind of the way it's set in. And I mean, it's just that it works for us. And I feel like it kind of feels like a whole, like, yeah, you got like your crime, you got all those different types of podcasts and stuff, but like you don't really have one that's just like you do. And it's a lot really similar to this one. And it's called like kind of the format of this one is called The Basement Yard. And it's kind of like the same thing. And like you just listen to it, for a laugh.
yeah.
Like, that's what you listen to it for. And that's kind of like what we want to achieve.
Yeah, we never come on to spread super valuable information, but more so just laughs.
But when we have guests on though,
Yeah,
like, we
yeah,
like to,
guests, yeah.
So those are like totally different podcasts, and I mean, it's just that's kind of the way we wanted it to be. But it's just, but we're just trying to think of new ideas and stuff, like doing the lives and things like that, just switching things up.
Yeah. I think that would be a
It's
good
kind
idea.
of where we're coming from on the. So we're going to try and do some different things here in the future. So just stay tuned because we're trying to make some things that work behind the scenes, to better the podcast, because trying to get the viewing experience better for you all and the editing and just everything better. And hopefully it only goes up. So.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get more consistent with posting. I mean, it's just always hard, You take your average life, and you don't have time for a lot of things, and so we make time for this and try to make time for it, and so we do our best. But
Yeah,
we definitely appreciate everyone who's been here. Like if you've been here from the start, or even if you're just now like finding this, like we definitely appreciate it. Like each and every view or like whatever.
Yeah. Anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the likes, like on our short videos, like on our long form, like on our YouTube and Spotify, all that stuff. We appreciate it. It helps a lot. I mean, it really does.
Yeah.
So
maybe one day we can do this full time.
hopefully that would be the dream. Then we can do a lot more engaging content.
Oh yeah.
But until next time, guys, we're gonna hope to hopefully like get back on a track. Like our goal is to put one out every Tuesday. That's our idea. But like I said, like Matt said, it's busy times for both of us. So just bear with us. If you're a regular listener, we're gonna try and get back on that schedule. And if you're new here, just know that we're gonna try to get back towards that schedule. So just hold tight, just hang tight. That's all I can say.
So, we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying hard. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yep. See you next time.